Hey guys, okay, before 2026 shows up and acts like we've had our life together all year, I'm gonna share a quick list of things you should declutter before the new year. Not a deep clean, not an all-day new year, new me situation, just simple stuff that's been taking up space, stressing you out a little, and honestly, kind of disrespecting your home. Let's get into it. Before 26 hits, I want to share a super quick list of things you should declutter, starting with the stuff you don't even think of as clutter. First one is your Notes app. Like, be real, it's basically a junk drawer. Old grocery lists, random passwords, a note that just says call with nothing else. So here's the easy rule. Next time you open Notes, delete 5 things. If you're not sure, toss it into one folder called Temp and move on. Same with your watch list and all those save for later lists. Because once it gets too long, it stops being fun and it starts feeling like homework. So just keep a top 10. The 10 you'd actually pick when you're tired on a random weeknight. The rest, you don't need it staring at you. Now, apps. If an app makes you feel stressed behind or weirdly tempted to spend money, it's not helping you. If you don't want to delete it right away, do it soft, turn off notifications, log out, and hide it in a folder for a week. If you don't miss it, delete it. And last, subscriptions. Those are the sneakiest. Like you're paying every month for something you haven't used in forever. Just cancel one. One is enough to feel like you got a win. That's why I start here, because this takes like 5 minutes and you already feel lighter. Next is what I call guilt clutter. It's that stuff you look at and instantly think, ugh, I should be using this, and then you feel bad. So you just keep it. A really common one is hobby or craft stuff. Like a half-finished kit, supplies you bought because you were going to get into it, or a whole pile of things for a hobby you used to be excited about. And here's the difference that matters. Did you stop because you truly don't care anymore? Or did life just get busy? Because those are not the same. If you still genuinely want it, keep it, but make it easy to access. If you don't actually want it anymore, you're not keeping supplies. You're keeping guilt. Here's the simple fix. Give yourself 1 box per hobby. 1. If it doesn't fit, that means it's too much. Keep the stuff you'd actually reach for and donate the rest. And if you haven't touched it in a year and you don't even miss it, that's not your hobby anymore. That's just clutter with feelings attached. This is why I put it early in the list, because when you let go of guilt clutter, you don't just make space in your home. You make space in your head. Next is the I'll fix it later stuff, because this is basically a to-do list sitting in your house. It's the loose button, the ripped seam, the lamp that kind of works. If you wiggle it, the drawer that's always stuck, the missing screw you swear you'll replace. And the annoying part is, it's not even about the item, it's the little voice every time you see it like, yep, still not done. So here's the fix. Make one fix-it basket. Just one spot. Everything that needs fixing goes in there, no more spreading it around the house. Then pick 1 day a week, literally 10 minutes, and fix one item. Just one. And if something sits in that basket for 30 days and you still haven't fixed it, be real, you're probably not going to. Either donate it if it still works, or let it go and stop carrying it into 2026. This one works so well because it's not just cleaning. It's clearing those little unfinished tasks that keep poking at your brain all day. Now let's hit the hidden clutter, because the stuff you don't see is the stuff you forget. And it just builds up quietly. First one, under the bed. That space turns into a storage unit without you even trying. Old bags, random boxes, things you shoved under there because you were tired and you thought, I'll deal with it later. So do this fast, pull everything out, and make 3 piles. One pile is this actually belongs somewhere else. One pile is I use this, but it needs a better spot. And the last pile is I forgot this even existed. And honestly, that last pile is usually your answer. If you forgot you had it, you probably don't need it. You don't have to do your whole room, set a timer for 15 minutes, and just clear what you can. Do it twice a year, and you'll never get that scary underbed situation again. Then, while we're on the topic of stuff we keep for no reason, let's talk seasonal decor. The easiest time to declutter it is literally when you're putting it up or taking it down because it's already in your hands. If you pull something out and you're not excited to use it, or it's broken, or it just feels like clutter, don't put it back. Donate it right then. Because if you pack it away again, you're basically signing up to deal with it next year too. This is why I put this in the middle. Once your head feels a little lighter, you actually have the energy to tackle the hidden stash stuff without it feeling like a huge project. If there's one place that can make your whole day feel harder, it's the kitchen. Because when the kitchen is a mess, even the easy stuff feels annoying: making coffee, packing lunch, cooking something quick. It all turns into extra work. Start with the pantry and spices, because expired stuff is just taking up space and stressing you out for no reason. You know the vibe: 3 half-used sauces, spices you bought for one recipe, bags that are technically closed but not really. And you keep moving them around like they'll organize themselves. Just pull everything forward, toss what's expired, and then do a simple use it up week where you try to finish the half-open stuff first. It's not about being fancy, it's just so you stop buying duplicates because you couldn't find what you already had. Next, mugs. This one always gets out of control. You've got the free ones, the cute ones, the random ones from some event, but you still only use the same 2. So keep the few you actually reach for and donate the rest. Your cabinet will close easier, and you'll stop doing that thing where mugs fall out at you when you open the door. Now the sneaky clutter product boxes and instruction manuals. Most manuals are online and the boxes just sit there in case. But it's been a year and you've never needed the box. A simple rule: keep the box only until you're sure the item works and you're keeping it. After that, recycle the box, and if you really want the manual, save a link or take a quick photo of the page you actually use. And while you're in kitchen mode, do the most satisfying: 1 containers. If you have a container with no lid or a lid with no container, it's done. Let it go. Only keep the sets that actually match, because nothing makes you feel more annoyed than digging for a lid that doesn't exist when you're already hungry. Last, the seasonal kitchen stuff, like holiday baking tools, random cupcake trays, cookie cutters, that one pan you only use once a year. Give it 1 box. If it doesn't fit in the box, that means you have too much. Keep the stuff you actually use and donate the rest, because you shouldn't have to fight your cabinets every day for something you touch 1 time a year. This is why this section matters so much. When the kitchen feels easy, your whole week feels easier. Okay, bedroom and linens. This one matters because too many options in here doesn't feel fancy. It just feels stressful. A packed linen closet is the same vibe as a packed to-do list. You open it and you're like, why is there so much stuff in here? Start with pillows, because sleep is not the place to just deal with it. If your pillow is making your neck hurt, or you wake up stiff, or you're constantly flipping it around trying to find a comfy spot, that pillow is not doing its job. And if you're going into 2026 tired, everything feels harder. So if it's been bothering you for weeks, it's worth replacing. That's not being dramatic. That's basic quality of life. Then towels. If your towels feel scratchy thin, or they smell weird even when they're clean, you don't need to keep forcing it. Keep a few good ones that actually feel nice to use, and keep a couple older ones for messy jobs like cleaning hair dye, pet mess, whatever. But you don't need a whole stack of sad towels taking up space just because you've had them forever. Now, sheets and linens in general. Most people don't need 10 sets of sheets. You end up digging through the pile, everything gets mixed, and it feels like a mess even when it's organized. A simple setup is way easier enough that you can change the bed without stress, but not so much that your closet is bursting. If you have sets you never choose, or ones that don't feel good, donate them and keep the few you actually like. And if you're doing this before 2026, do a quick seasonal check too. Winter stuff, scarves, gloves, hats, those. Maybe I'll wear it items. If it's itchy, uncomfortable, doesn't fit right, or you didn't touch it last season, don't carry it into another year. The goal is fewer choices, better choices. This is why I put this near the end, because it's not just a quick win, it's a system. When your bedroom feels simple, it stays simple. Last one, and this is the feels good section because there are little things in your space that don't look like a big deal, but they quietly ruin your mood every day. Like you see them, you get annoyed for 2 seconds, and that adds up. Start with your desk. Desk clutter is so sneaky because it makes you feel busy even when you're not doing anything. Papers, random cords, sticky notes, cups, little piles. You sit down to focus and your brain instantly feels scattered. The fix is simple. Anything you're not using right now goes into closed storage, a drawer, a box, a bin, whatever. Your desk doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to look calm so you can think. Then the weird one, dead plants. If you've got a sad plant sitting there looking like it gave up on life, just let it go. Because every time you walk past it, it low-key feels like a tiny fail. And you don't need that energy going into 2026. Toss it, clean the pot, or swap it for something fake if you want the vibe without the responsibility. Now dust collectors decor that just sits there and makes cleaning harder. You know the kind little things on shelves that you don't even notice until it's time to dust? And then you're annoyed because you have to move 20 items just to wipe one surface. Keep the stuff you actually love seeing. The rest either gets moved to one spot or it goes. Less stuff out equals less work later. Do a quick purse and wallet reset too, because that's a daily mood trigger people ignore. Dump it out and you'll find receipts from 6 months ago, random coins, old loyalty cards, a crumpled paper you don't even recognize. Keep the cards you actually use, toss the trash, and put it back clean. It takes 2 minutes and it weirdly makes your whole life feel more put together. And one last tiny one, old candles and empty candle jars. If you've got candle stubs you'll never burn, or a bunch of empty jars taking up space just in case, pick 1 or 2 jars you'll actually reuse and let the rest go. Because if you haven't reused them by now, you're probably not going to. I like ending with these because they're small, but they hit daily. You clean them up, and your space feels lighter, calmer, and way less annoying, exactly the vibe we want going into 2026. In eyes. Be honest, do you have that one cord drawer, you open it, and it's a mess of chargers, random USB cables, old headphones, and mystery cords you don't even recognize? And the problem is, you keep them just in case. But when you actually need one, you can't tell what goes with what. So you get annoyed, waste time, and end up buying a new one anyway. Here's the simple way to clear it out. Pull all the cords out at once. Keep the ones you know you use, phone charger, laptop charger, the one cable you actually reach for. Anything you can't identify doesn't work. When you test it, or you haven't used in a year, let it go. No more saving mystery cords. To keep it from getting messy again, give yourself one rule, one small pouch or box for cables. Only the basics go in there. If it doesn't fit, you have too many. And trust me, going into 2026 without a cord drawer that stresses you out is a win. Okay, this one is so common. You've got makeup and skincare that's either expired, smells a little off, or it's down to the last tiny bit. But you keep it because it's not completely gone. And then it turns into a crowded drawer where nothing feels easy to grab, so you keep buying new stuff on top of old stuff. Here's the clear rule: if it's expired, changed color, texture, smells weird, or it's been sitting there forever and you never reach for it, toss it. And for the almost empty products, either commit to finishing them in the next week or 2 or let them go. Because keeping 5 half-used bottles is not saving money, it's just taking up space and stressing you out. If you want a simple habit, once a month, do a 2-minute check, pick 3 items, and decide finish, toss, or donate if it's unopened. Going into 2026 with a clean, simple skincare drawer feels way better than you'd expect. This is the easiest one to do before 2026 because it's not about organizing, it's about letting go. You know those clothes you keep hanging on to just in case, the jeans that don't feel good. The top, you never pick the dress that still has the tag, the stuff you always skip over and still somehow keep. Here's the simple move: grab a bag and label it donate. Then do a quick pass through your closet and pull anything you didn't wear this year. Anything that doesn't fit comfortably, or anything you look at and think I should wear that, but you never do. If you have to talk yourself into wearing it, it's probably not staying. Make it easy on yourself, you don't need to decide perfectly. Just fill one bag, tie it up, Put it by the door and get it out of your house within 48 hours, because if it sits there, it will magically crawl back into your closet. Going into 2026 with less clothes you don't even like wearing is such a relief. Alright, that's the list, and don't overthink it. This isn't about decluttering your entire life before 2026. Just pick one thing from this video and do it today. Even if it takes 5 minutes, that's still a win. If you want the easiest starting point, do the phone stuff first. You'll feel lighter immediately, and then everything else feels more doable. Tell me in the comments which one you're doing before 2026, phone kitchen under the bed or the fix-it pile. And by the way, tomorrow I'm posting the Japanese decluttering method. It's super simple, super realistic, and it's perfect if you want a system to keep your home from getting messy again. Alright, let's go into 2026 with less stuff and less stress.